Hey everybody, here's one of my absolute favorite things to teach students. When we learn an essential 7th chord shape, there's really two reasons that we do so. The first is that it gives us a plug-and-play sound that we can use in any situation. Take, for example, you're jamming with a friend. They ask you to play an E minor 7th chord. Well, if you know how to play a 7th chord shape, you can just plug it into the note E, and you have that sound. You guys are off and jamming. The second reason is that it provides us with a fingering template that I can use in order to create some different sounds. So what do I mean by that? Well, take this E minor 7 shell voicing based on the A string, for example. If I take this fingering and simply change it by moving one of the notes to another string or another fret, I get a completely different sound. So if I take the note that is played on the A string here with my third finger and I move it to the E string, I have a new sound that started with my fingering template. If I move the bass note again, another new sound. I can move the bass note, descend, new chord. So I'm trying to do these kind of in the key of G. I played one chord that was out of key. It sounds nice, but as you can see, I'm able to access a lot of different sounds just by changing that bass note around. We can do this with the other fingers too. So take, for example, my index finger. If I start with our template shape again and I move the index finger down to the 4th fret, I get a cool add 9 inversion like this. If we move the bass note, we get this interesting cello chord, so on and so forth. And we can also do this with the pinky as well. So if I take the pinky, move it like that, there's all kinds of different chords that we could potentially play that again all started with our template. So let's do another example. Let's say we play C major 7. So again, if we start by just moving the bass note, like let's try an open A, we get a sus chord like that. If we move it to the low E string, we get that sound. Yeah, it's kind of the realm of possibilities there. If we change this note here with our index finger, we get that sound. If we move the bass note, totally different kind of triad sound. If we go back to this, so it's a little bit of experimenting basically. If we move the pinky, we're gonna have that. I mean, these are some things that kind of track. We can move these, get a power chord. So when you're doing it, you can move multiple fingers at once too, but the main thing is that the essential shape that you started with provides you with something to work with right away in order to start changing and evolving and creating some new sounds. So anyways, that's the lesson. Hope it helps. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy practicing.